Welcome to the EasyPTE podcast, dedicated to helping you get a great score on the Pearson test of English, PTE Academic. This episode is brought to you by Migration Edge, getting your Australian visa faster. Stick around to the end of this episode for a special offer. In episode 4, we'll be discussing the level of English results you need in order to be able to migrate to Australia. So English level ability is extremely important for somebody applying for skilled migration to Australia. However, the requirement of the ability level will depend on the type of visa that you are applying for. So this might be a general skilled migration visa or an employer-sponsored visa. So depending on the visa that you choose, you have to achieve one of the 4 levels of English ability. So those 4 levels are Superior English, Proficient English, Competent English, and Vocational English. The test score that you receive is valid for a maximum period of 3 years. So this means that you cannot sit a test any earlier than 3 years from the date that you intend to submit your visa application to Australia. So there are a few tests that the Australian government accepts for migration purposes, and that they are the International English Language Testing System, or IELTS, the Occupational English Test, OET, the TOEFL Internet-Based Test, the Pearson Test of English Academic, and the Cambridge Test of English. So these tests usually have 4 sections: reading, speaking, listening, and writing. And the scoring requirement for Australian immigration will depend on the test that you have taken. So obviously this podcast is all about PTE. So the time allotted for a PTE exam is between 77 and 93 minutes for speaking and writing ability, between 32 and 41 minutes for reading ability, and between 45 and 57 minutes for listening ability. So this makes the entire duration of the test approximately 3 hours. The score requirement you need for vocational English is 36. The score you need for competent English is 50. The required score for proficient English is 65. And for superior English, you need 79. And that is in each section of the test. So proficient English is the most common requirement. So that means you must achieve a score of at least 65 in each of the 4 test components to prove your proficiency in English. You'll find all the show notes and resources for this episode at easypte.com/episode 4. Thanks for sticking around. As a way of saying thanks to our listeners, Migration Edge is exclusively offering you, our listener, a personalised assessment of your Australian visa options. Go to migrationedge.com.au/EasyPTE, all one word, for this exclusive offer. See you next episode.